Hey everybody, Picky Old Gamer here, and sometimes I read stuff, and I know people get butthurt over it. It causes some small controversy, a small amount of people to react poorly, and I just think it's funny because Respawn developer Mohammad Alavi said on a Drunk Tech review, which is them out drinking on YouTube and it's whatever. Get out there drinking on YouTube and representing your developing company is not the smartest thing out there, but whatever. They're asking him about Titanfall 2 going to the Switch, and he has two comments. First one, no. Fuck no. No, you're not going to be able to fit Titanfall on it. That's the same Zelda from the Wii U. Laughs. I get what he's trying to say. It just kind of sounded disjointed there. I think that he's already drinking a little too much. Then he says, I was excited about it because Nintendo's been in such a niche market recently, catering to the handheld market, and I'm going to be honest with you, the kids. They have been. That's true. They've been so underpowered that they don't have the support of the third parties because they're all making for PC, Xbox One, and PS4 and Switch, and the Switch is no different. That's where he's full of shit. Again, have you seen one fucking child in any of those commercials or any of that? No, it's right to adults. So he's right about some of it, and I get that. He's right. It's been a niche market, underpowered, and people do develop for other stuff because of it, but he's thinking of the Wii. But that's not what I'm going to have fun with. Because I'm going to tell you, I'm not mad or butthurt. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that the Switch is the greatest thing ever. I love it. I can't wait to get it. But I know what the Switch is. It is a hybrid system that's not going to get everything. It's not going to get Titanfall probably. I knew this before that. It's not going to get Call of Duty, Battlefield. It's not going to get all the third parties. It's going to get some third parties. Some. I know that. But when he goes up here and says, and I'm going to put this quote down here so you can see it. No, fuck no. You're not going to be able to fit Titanfall on it. That's the same Zelda from Wii U. Basically, he is saying Titanfall can't fit on the Switch because it's weak, like the Wii U, and it's not very much more powerful than the Wii U because of Zelda. Okay? Let me tell you where this guy should have just stayed home. Do you remember Titanfall coming onto the 360? Oh, it did. Take a look at this. Look at those sales straight from VGCharts.com. 1.36 million, 0.87 million in North America. Europe is 0.34, and other Japan and the rest of the world is pretty small. 1.36 million. On a system that's weaker than the Wii U, and it ran. And it got this, I checked its ratings around there in the mid 80s. It rated about the same. The Switch is a lot more powerful. Even if it's running a plain Jane fucking Tegra X1, it's much more powerful than the Wii U. A lot more powerful. Remember, we have multiple gigs around. We don't know what it is. I think it's pretty damn custom. I think it's pretty spry for everybody throwing shit on it. I think it's pretty damn good. It's not an Xbox One or PS4. I know that. You do not have to tell me that. I get it. But his whole logic is, then he makes fun of Zelda. It's a Wii U game. That Wii U game, Zelda Breath of the Wild, barely does, it pushes the Wii U. It's running, I say it barely runs smooth. E3 and all that stuff, and they were still showing the Wii U version. I noticed a ton of pop-in, and then Reggie on another interview just this last few days saying, I'd buy it on the Switch, and I know he's saying that, but also he said, we got rid of the pop-in. The Switch is better, and if you do look at them, the Switch draw distance is greater. They don't see all that little fog. That fog on the Wii U helps in draw distances. That's why fog was usually used in a lot of games for a long time, because of draw distances. So not only did they increase the resolution to near 1080p, I think why they didn't get to 1080p was because they wanted to draw way out there And they had a vision, and they pushed the Switch to the edge. They said, we'll sacrifice it to 900p. I don't give a shit. So saying the Titanfall games can't run on it, sure they can't run on it probably what the PS4, even Xbox One can do. You don't want to throw that into probably Vulkan, maybe do some Unreal Engine conversion or something in there. I'd guarantee you it'd look pretty darn good. It'd look a hell of a lot better than the 360, and you sold 1.4 million of those. I'm not mad. I'm not sitting here trying to tell everybody being a fanboy the Switch is going to be perfect. It's going to get all the games. It's not. It's going to be a great system because of that hybrid system. It's going to sell really well, being a handheld as well as a home console. I guarantee it. Again, that's my opinion. You can disagree with it. And I know it's not going to get all the games. I get that, but when you're going to be a jackass like this guy making a fool of yourself drinking out there on the internet, he may end up eating his words when somebody somewhere says, hey, why don't you try to put Titanfall 2 on it? And they figure out they can with some small, reduction in quality. Maybe not much quality at all. Maybe just changes in, I don't know. I'm not trying to say the Switch is going to get everything. I'm rambling. I'm going to stop now. But it's funny when people make a jackass of themselves with poor logic, and they sold a Titanfall on a system much weaker than the Wii U. So I thought this was funny. What do you think about it? Let me know in the comments below. It'll probably piss people off. Banner, but the banners come up. You can share, subscribe, do all that good stuff. All right, everybody. PKO Gamer out.